these dudes come from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like these dudes won't show up for their blood pressure medicine, right? But they show up when their urine is hot with some STD, you know what I'm saying? Or their penis is on fire.
Or a lot of the men, back to the OGs, will show up if they're unable to sexually perform for their partner. Or if we give them medication, that medication has a side effect of actually not allowing them to perform. That's when they'll come back. But it's a shame, and it could be completely. This could be prevented. We could just sit down and talk with one another. It doesn't have to be something that's totally intimidating. I can get down on a person's level. We could just have this nice discussion, 5-10 minutes, and just have the person come back. I think it's also the responsibility of a lot of doctors and providers. Like I said before, I'm just going to piggyback on what I said about some patients not feeling intimidated by the provider. A lot of times providers will have this tendency to act like a parent and act like, they're holier than thou, for lack of a better word, and make that patient feel very, very uncomfortable and as if they're a naughty schoolboy. And I think that that's very, very unfortunate, because that's probably one of the best ways to have a patient not come back to you. I was looking at a YouTube video with this doctor. His name is Dr. Andre Passant. He's out in San Diego, California. He had one patient. This guy was a black male, and he came to him when his blood work was very, very poor. And Dr. Passant was going through the guy's chart and said, you were here, but the last time you were here was a year ago, and the previous doctor told you to follow up. What was the reason that you didn't follow up? The patient's response was, I didn't follow up because those doctors don't look like me. You are the one who looks like me. He felt intimidated because the other doctors were white and they were not actually talking to him as if he was a person. But this doctor is African American. He's young. He's probably in his mid to late 30s, and actually sat down with him, looked him in his eyes, went over blood work, actually translated what each piece of blood work meant to his body, and he felt like a human being. So I don't want to just use this segment to blame men saying that you should do this. A lot of times it's the responsibility of the provider to make that person feel like, okay, I can come back and see you because he or she is not going to judge me. Patients don't want to be judged.
Damn. Wow.
I would like to say it goes back to what I was saying, that back to slavery time. Yeah. How Nneka was just stating how this gentleman didn't want to go back to the doctor because he was Caucasian and he didn't treat him like he was human.
This is the doctor I'm talking about, Dr. Passant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the brother right there.
So she brought up a picture of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so, that's his Instagram.
That's his Instagram. It's called Dominate Pre-Med.
Yeah. Shout that man Instagram.
Yeah, this is Dr. Andre Passant. You can reach him at Dominate Pre-Med. That's D-O-M as in Mary, I-N-A-T-E P-R-E M as in Mary, E-D. Dr. Andre Passant, he's at the University of California in Irvine.
Yeah, it's a lot of great doctors out here of color that's doing great things. I mean, the doctor that she just named, Dr. Sebi, I'm sure y'all know about him. If you don't, you can look him up. Dr. Sebi, S-E-B-I. He believed in natural medicine. As far as when I mean medicine, I ain't talking about chemicals. He believed in plant-based diet, and he used to break down with each plant would heal. How it would heal any kind of symptom or disease that you have going on. But yeah, unfortunately, Dr. Sebi died last year.
They killed him. They killed that man. They killed him.
Yeah.
Well, there's a big speculation on that
because he was going to stop. He was going to stop the money-making business in the medical industry. The medical industry is a money-making industry, okay? Yes. As long as you got sick, ill people, you're always going to make money. And a lot of people become doctors, not because they care, because they need a damn paycheck.
Oh, that's true.
So that's a lot of reason why a lot of people don't like to go to the doctors.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you had natural people caring like Dr. Sebi, I'm probably messing them because his wine is kicking in. Dr. Franzia. Doctor, I don't know, but it sure is making me feel good. Chilla Bella Red. Okay? Yeah. But no, on a serious note, I mean, you have to have compassion. You have to have you have to care. You have to have the heart.
Like, you can't judge.
You can't judge. Yes. You know, because you got to put yourself in their shoes.
Exactly.
Because when you take that white coat off, you're a patient as well when you go see your doctor.
Absolutely.
So would you want that same type of treatment to be, talked to like you're not human, like you don't, like you're a child, like you don't know what's going on, because you're actually there because that's what they're paid for, to break it down for you so you can understand, so you can get better. Mm-hmm. Not to give you a whole bag of medicine, just say take this for a month and then come back and see me and we see how that works out on you, because it's like you're a damn guinea pig. Who wants to be a guinea pig? I know I don't.
Exactly.
So, that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good thing you brought up as far as the money making business as far as in medical. I mean, you look at the pharmaceutical companies making billions off of sick people. You know what I'm saying? Is led to believe, I'm led to believe that I don't think they want a cure for cancer. Mm-hmm. I don't think they want a cure for AIDS, even though I do think it's cures out there for this kind of stuff, because my whole thing is, if we can spot aliens in another galaxy, you ain't gonna tell me it ain't a cure for cancer or HIV. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Point blank. I mean, I know I went way left field with that remark,
that's okay. This is Hood,
you know what I'm saying?
Genius Podcast. Let's talk about whatever. And I'm with you on about the seeing aliens, and they right here walking among us. Okay, yeah. They got the cure. Okay, yeah. They got it. They know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
And I would be friends with it if I run across one. I would be their best friend. Okay.
Yep. They about to take
These
Trump
people
out.
Here in America is tripping.
You know what I'm saying? The Republicans can't do it. The aliens are going to take
Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, they're going to take Trump out, yo. You know what I'm saying? The aliens. You know what I'm saying? Save us, God damn it. Save us. You know what I'm saying? Trump is, that's a
different topic. Yeah, that's a whole different podcast.
You know that's a whole podcast. What that do?
But no, we can entwine it, because Trump is actually trying to wipe out medical.
The Obamacare.
Right. So he's trying to wipe out medical. So it does kind of swindle into this path what we're talking about as far as the medical and why men don't like to go to the doctors. Most of the time because they don't have no damn insurance. Mm-hmm. A lot of these jobs don't offer good and adequate insurance. Yeah. Now if they do, they're paying almost half their check. So that's another reason why a lot of men probably don't go to the doctors.
Yep.
Okay, I know that. Go ahead. Okay.
What she just said is another reason. I'll piggyback off the reason that some men don't go to the doctor is because they don't have insurance. I'm actually looking at the American Heart Association website, and I'm just going to read off the list of the top 10 reasons men put off doctor's visits. Number 1 is, I don't have a doctor. Number 2, what Lady T just said is, I don't have insurance. Number 3 is, and I quote, there's probably nothing wrong with me. Number 4 is, I don't have the time. Number 5 is, I don't want to spend the money. Number 6 is, doctors don't do anything. Number 7 is, I don't want to hear what I might be told. Number 8 is, I've got Provophobia, and I'll just go ahead and expound on that. Men over 50 get their prostate checked. And the actual exam for getting a prostate checked is for the provider, the medical provider, to insert their finger into the man's anus and feel their prostate. A lot of men feel like that's going to eliminate their masculinity, so they don't want to go to the doctor because they're afraid of that. The ninth reason that a lot of men don't go to the doctor, according to the American Heart Association, is they say they'd rather tough it out. Like we said before, if they had that little ache or pain, that headache, they'd rather just take a little baby aspirin and tough it out.
Yeah.
So,
you know, can I
yes,
step
go
in
ahead,
real quick?
please.
I just got, you by you saying that tough it out, and this actually piggybacking off of what Lady T said, and you, Nneka. When I was young, as far as black men, if you was playing sports or just being, in the hood, they promote that toughness on another level. You could really be injured, you know what I'm saying? And you know what they say? Start acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You really be playing, like, I remember several times playing basketball, with the fellas. And my whole, all my fingers would be swollen or some shit. And they be like, stop bitching. You ain't gotta go to the doctor. You don't gotta go to the just sit down, drink some water. You know what I'm saying? That used to be the whole thing, man. Drink some water.
You're
you good.
Weak.
You know what I mean?
If you want to go to the doctor, absolutely.
Yeah, you consider a weakling if you gotta go to the doctor. You consider like a crybaby. Like, look at him over there crying and shit because he got a broken arm and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? To prove a point to a bunch of men how tough you are. I think it's silly. You know what I'm saying? When I think about it now, at the age I am now, I think it's real silly. But when you growing up in that, you know what I'm saying, you really part of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to look like a so-called sucker, they would say. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he a sucker. You know what I mean? He a bitch-ass dude. Every time he get hit hard, he want to go cry to the doctors or cry to mommy or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And sometimes fathers will instill that in their sons, too.
Shut
up, stop that crying.
Right.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I just want to say this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical assistant. I do work in the medical field, and I do see all kind of situations coming in. So over the time, I have learned some things from being around my coworkers / friends. That for a man, with STDs, it can lay dormant in a man. An STD can lay dormant in a man from 3 to 6 months.
Yep.
Without you even knowing that you have an STD.
Or for
no
lifetime.
type of symptoms, nothing. And you think you're fine. Then after a while, you got fire shooting out of your penis, right? So now you, like Jamil was saying earlier, you just want to come to the doctor and I'm dying, somebody help me. You want some pity. No, my man. No. Because whatever you lay down with, you should have had a little better judgment. Everything glitter isn't good.
Yeah.
Everything that shimmy ain't shimmy.
Yeah.
So you gotta, be a little more precautious.
Yeah.
And
that STE thing, and
we'll talk about that. Yes.
That's important. I'm very, I don't even know how to say this. When I'm around grown men and they talk about their so-called sexual protection, and their some of the reasons what they do. I mean, you'd be shocked to hear how many grown men don't practice safe sex.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then they have all these different theories why they, didn't wear a condom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes be saying stuff like, she not dirty. You know what I'm saying? She not dirty. She smell good. You could tell by the way she look, she ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so silly. So silly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what, Philadelphia with the
HIV.
The HIV and STDs is like top 10 in the nation, right? You know what I'm saying?
it's
so
like a new fashion.
that's crazy.
It
you know what I'm
is.
saying? I mean, that's just with Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, all around the whole nation, the STD thing is just crazy. You know.